Hello, hello. All right, so I have a big smile on my face. It does not mean that every minute of the day I'm just like, life is beautiful. Because no, that's just not the case. But I'm happy showing up now to interact with you. Years ago, when I was a teacher, I got really good, not at putting on a happy face, but at finding the well within me of joy, positivity, interaction, you know, unconditional love, so that when I walked into the classroom, I could do my best. And then when I got home, sometimes I'd lay on the couch all evening reading a book, not talking to anyone. So I have a message to share today, but I just really wanted to start with this disclaimer that yes, I'm coming on here with positivity and love, but that does not mean that every minute of the day I'm able to maintain like this, I'm so awesome and life is beautiful, even though it's a crisis. Like, I had an argument with my husband earlier today. We had an argument yesterday. I make mistakes like every 45 minutes. Maybe not quite that often. Um, but I just want you to know that I'm showing up here in this moment for you, and that I want you to remember that even though I'm doing this for you, this does not mean that I'm some like perfect person who can maintain total awesome happiness and positivity and everything is going to be okay attitude during this time, because that's just not how I always feel. However, I am here to share this message that I do think everything is going to be okay. And that is not to minimize whatever you're going through right now. If you feel like it's a total SHIT show, whew, I hear ya. And so I'm going to offer what positivity, help, love I can in this quick little video, and then we'll be on our way. So I would love if you, at some point today, maybe after this video, could connect with the natural world. If you can't get outside, either because of work constraints, mobility issues, whatnot, go to your nearest window as soon as you can and just see the sky, the trees. If you can take time to go out for a 5-minute walk today, that would be amazing. Because my work in the world is really me sharing this idea that our connection and reconnection to the natural world, to Mother Earth, is so important and impactful. I know that we humans could have so much more power and happiness and success if we actually worked with nature. And no matter what your political beliefs, I'm pretty sure that most of us could agree that we're not really working with nature in a lot of ways right now. However, this wacky, crazy, crisis, uncertainty, pandemic time is this social distancing is a time in which we can slow down, we can get to know our rhythms, we can get to know nature. If we each work within our own rhythms and have time to rest and reflect, perhaps we can start to settle into seeing how can we connect more with the natural world, and how through doing that can we have more impact, more connection, more goodness, more success in our lives. I believe, but I also know that as we honor nature, as we follow her cycles, tune into her wisdom, listen to the force of her as we work with the natural world, humanity can reach heights of existence, technology, all of that that we haven't even seen. And the crazy thing to me about this time is, even though it's very uncomfortable for a lot of people, I do recognize, and maybe you see this too, or if you haven't seen it yet, start looking around. It's also a rebirth of creativity time. There's a lot of us who, either through schools or life or whatnot, we haven't been utilizing our creativity and some of our modes of being, our governments, our businesses, our structures, they're not really fostering creativity and diversity of thinking as they could. And things like this pandemic that is shaking things up and disrupting our normal patterns, our normal routines, as we settle in and get to know ourselves again, have time to rest and reflect, we can actually find a time, find a like a window that opens into seeing how we can be more creative. And I am really, this time that's happening right now, I don't know if I'm excited exactly about this, but I think this time is like the opening to a new way. I think this is the shift. And I'm super excited for that because, as I said, I have cared about, I work for the natural world. The natural world is my employer. I started my business to connect people to nature, to Mother Earth more deeply. And I do that because right now there's a lack of connection and a lot of us are hurting from it. And I just want to also have a little moment to say this doesn't mean that this video is a call out to you like, oh my gosh, you've been driving that, Escalade, I think is a vehicle. I don't know my car types, if you can tell. You've been driving that Escalade in your disposable mug, and I'm here to call you out. This is not a call out or a shaming or whatever. I'm not getting into your lifestyle choices. But what I am saying is that it would be really exciting, or maybe exciting isn't the best word. I invite you to take some time this week and or next week throughout this time as you're having your patterns disrupted. When you reach your point where you're like, oh my gosh, another person did another stupid thing and I can't even believe how crazy this is, to take time to step outside, to find whatever it is in the natural world that you connect to and enjoy that. Because the more that we enjoy and connect to the natural world, the richness and quality of our lives is of magnitudes beyond what you can even imagine right now. Literally, my connection to the natural world is why I'm not freaking out right now. It totally is. There is nothing, I guess there are other things that keep me from freaking out, but that is the reason, is that I've spent enough time sitting and observing and looking and knowing that the natural world, Mother Earth, is here for us and wants us to have this connection. And hey, why not? It doesn't cost anything. Like I know there's a lot of financial insecurity right now. There's a lot of, even some food insecurity, some health insecurity, but there is no sky insecurity. You can step outside right now and look at the great expansive sky, no matter what season. Hopefully you can find some tree cover or plants. If you can't, maybe it's snow cover. Maybe you're in an arid climate and there's hardly any plants. Connect with the landforms. Get out there for a walk. Utilize and interact with this thing that most of us have been taking for granted most of our lives, that is honestly the most incredible thing that we could have interacted with all of this time. And so I just invite you to start interacting with Mother Nature and seeing like, wow, what are all the cool things out here? And let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear some of your experiences. All right. Feel free to, if you're watching this on YouTube later, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And thanks for watching. All right. Take care. Bye.